Good morning, everyone. Welcome on back to the channel. Today we have a very special but very different type of video. I'm going to be reviewing ice cream from CraftBelly Delights. It's a startup ice cream company that was founded in part by a friend of mine.
We know each other. He's a friend from work.
And it is a ketogenic-friendly and keto-certified ice cream. They come in 3 flavors, and it's currently available in the Bay Area and in Orange County. So for those of us outside of California, you might want to check the timestamps to when I talk about the keto diet and some of the ways in which it might be useful to you. So let's open up the boxes and give these ice creams a try. All right, so here we have the 3 flavors. We have the Francium chocolate, the Cattodian coffee, and the vanilla. All right, and you can see that they have fun characters that they've made to accompany all of their ice creams. Let's take a look at some of the nutrition facts as we go into each flavor, and I give them all a sample. I'll start off with the Francium chocolate and go from there. So looking at the nutrition facts here, for each serving size, which is one of these containers, it has 180 calories with 5 grams of protein and 6 grams of fiber, along with the 14 grams of fat. This is a keto-friendly ice cream, so it will be higher fat than what a lot of us who are on this channel normally use, because keto requires a higher fat content. Something really cool to notice is the lids come with a spoon. The really cool part about it is because this is a smaller serving size, having a small spoon to use to eat with helps slow you down. Let's dig in. Right away, even though this is fresh out of the freezer, it's soft. It's really smooth and very, very chocolatey. I don't tend to do chocolate ice cream because it tends to be very overwhelming. This is just flittering at that edge where it's still really good and doesn't have an overpowering amount of chocolatiness. This is going to be taking up a lot of my calories for the day, but it's so worth it. All right, so Francium chocolate, rated worthy. If I were to rate it on a 10-point scale for ice cream in general, I think I would rate it at about an 8. For a chocolate ice cream, I think I would give this a solid 10 out of 10. Now let's move on to the Cattodian coffee. Something to note about the Cattodian coffee is it has actual coffee in it. So it does have a little bit of caffeine. For those of you who are caffeine sensitive, that might be something to watch out for. This I'm really excited for. I drink a lot of coffee. So let's try the Cattodian coffee. Now that's good. Now that's really good. So I usually drink my coffee black, but if I am drinking coffee with anything, I usually like to go over with a lot of the cream, a lot of the sugar. And this really delivers on that front. It tastes like a solid coffee milkshake, if that makes sense. It's very rich. The high fat content really comes through with the way that it's able to coat your tongue and to coat all of your mouth and really deliver on that creaminess. So for the Cattodian coffee, sorry, I forgot to mention the nutrition facts. I was too busy talking about the caffeine content. So each container here has 160 calories, so a decent amount less, 20 calories less than the chocolate, the Francium chocolate does. With 13 grams of fat and 4 grams of fiber and 4 grams of protein. So this one's a little bit more calorie friendly than the Francium chocolate. And this one I would rate as a 10 out of 10 on the worthiness scale for ice creams in general and for coffee ice creams. That's really good. Next up we have the Vanilia vanilla. All right, this clocks in at 160 calories with 13 grams of fat, 4 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of protein. I'm saving vanilla for last here because it's not only a staple flavor in general, but vanilla tends to be my favorite flavor of ice cream. When I buy ice cream, it's usually vanilla. A lot of people think that that might be boring, but I think it just goes well with a lot of other stuff. And a lot of other flavors are less complementary and less versatile. So let us dig in. Right away, this is a little bit firmer than the chocolate and the coffee were, but let's see how it is in the mouth. So this delivers really nice amount of vanilla. It's not overpowering, but it is still very much present. Yeah, this is a solid vanilla ice cream. If I were to be given this and not know that this is a keto-friendly, no sugar added ice cream, I would not be able to tell. There are no weird aftertastes in any of these from the sweetener, and it uses allulose and stevia. So they use a combination of multiple different sweeteners, which is a really smart idea because having different sweeteners, having that allulose and having the stevia means that you don't have enough of either of them to really trigger any off-putting things that you might be able to pick up on if you're like stevia sensitive. So really, really smart on that front. So let's rate the vanilla here. I'd say, yeah, for just a plain vanilla, yeah, that rates at a 10 also. So I think I had an 8, a 10, and a 10. Again, these are just, smooth ice creams. There aren't a bunch of mix-ins, so keep that in mind when you're considering this. And that's the perspective from which I'm coming when reviewing. So I'm going to describe a little bit more about, first of all, why I started talking to my coworker and started learning about his ice cream. And what some of the benefits of keto might be for those of us who follow the anabolic diet. And my colleague, who is one of the co-founders of the company, is our school's wrestling coach. So we were bonding a bit, talking about water cutting. The reason why I have mostly employed keto is for dropping a lot of water weight. It's the easiest way to reduce the weight on the scale in a very fast manner. Note that, of course, numbers on weight loss do not directly account for fat loss. Most of the weight you lose in the first week or two will be water weight. As an example, for the first powerlifting meet that my wife and I did a water cut down to the 100 kilogram weight class. So that's like 220.4 pounds. And I made it in, barely, but I made it in within that weight cap. And then within 3 hours, that was my weight. So I was able to put more than 10 of those pounds back on because it was just water weight that I was able to shed by getting rid of my intramuscular glycogen. So why is that useful for us? So if you're employing the keto diet in an acute context for a body composition reason, the benefit is your body becomes much more sensitive to carbohydrates, which is also why if you're on the keto diet, you can't just have a cheat meal, right? And that's part of why this ice cream is so brilliant, because it's not going to throw you out of ketosis. If you are on keto, you need to stay within your keto ratios, because otherwise you're going to be giving your body too much carbohydrate you're going to stop producing ketones and stop running off of ketones because your body prefers to run off of glucose. So if you're using the keto diet as your lifestyle, something like this, a product like this, is absolutely important when you're getting those cravings because it gives you something that won't disrupt every aspect of your life. So bringing it back over to the acute use for body composition purposes and your body becoming much more sensitive to carbohydrates, what happens is after you've drained all of your glycogen and you've lost a lot of intramuscular water, if you bring on a lot of carbohydrates and water, what you'll actually be able to do is replenish everything, and your body is going to supercompensate into your muscle tissue. So instead of having spillover directly with the fluids going into your subcutaneous fat, it goes into your muscles, so it makes your muscles look much fuller. That's part of what bodybuilders do when they're going through their peak week, and then you hear about them carving up. For those of us who might want to be doing a photo shoot or something, that's something to consider. Is you can actually go on keto for a week or two, drain all of the glycogen out of your muscles, and then like the day before, start eating a bunch of carbs, eat some sodium, and fill up, and it's going to really, really inflate your muscles and make you look really, really good. And because you'll have drained so much of the water out of your subcutaneous tissue, you'll actually look much leaner. So it's all about illusion, or of course, making a weight cut. It's all about what is the number on the scale then, rather than what weight do you walk around weighing. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions about keto or water manipulation, drop those down below. I might actually want to have more videos like this where I just talk about something with you all. So if you have any topics you want to hear my opinion on, leave those comments down below so I can consider what I might want to do. Regardless, please leave a comment below for the algorithm to help boost this channel. I'm repeating myself a bit from a previous video, but I have a lot of really cool recipes that I'm developing. And so the next couple of weeks, while I'm not having to do my regular teacher work because it's winter break, I'll be able to put out a lot more content for you all. So if you have anything you want to hear me discuss with you all, then please let me know. Also, don't forget to follow my Instagram. That way you'll be able to stay up on top of all of the things I'm working on and be aware of polls that I run. So that's another way for you to help influence the direction of this channel. Anyways, thank you all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button. Please hit subscribe if you haven't already, and ding on that notification bell so you will always be informed. And always remember to, just like this ice cream, stay worthy.